Dardoch is a highly competent Rengar player.
Yeah.
Just from the moments in that first game alone. And Nivea banned away once again from Froggen. It's not just a meme this time, it's actually quite a strong one. Trundle also banned away by Echo Fox. As TL consider ban number 2.
Yep. Taking that away from Lorlo. Of course, that's going to leave some things on the table here. As Karma gets banned away as well, so we're seeing
A lot of respect for Karma, which is always interesting to me. Not the most common ban, but certainly a very popular champion. Her presence overall in the game has been rather high.
Yep. Has a lot of lane presence. Also very good at allowing your team to engage and disengage.
Just enables the rest of your team to really go crazy. Matt, pretty good Karma game there, but they will ban it away. Echo Fox, respect the Vlad. Don't want to give it over to TL, so I'll actually ban that one away themselves. TL now with 20 seconds left to make this final pick.
And it's actually great when you look at the players that it always looks like there's a conversation between Dardoch, Loco Doco, and Lorlo, and Dardoch actually turns in his chair to have the conversation with him, whereas you look at other teams, they're just all facing forward instead of their coach. You can see how much of a say he has in, this is what I want to be able to do this game, and there's a lot left up here.
Yeah, Rek'Sai banned and Sivir banned actually, so Fox and TL respectively.
So what's been left up here is Azir and Ryze. That were banned last game, but let through this game in favor of the Trundle and the Karma.
Well, TL are on blue side this time around. Let's see what they want to take for their first pick. Had a pretty surprising team comp built for that first game. Kind of wonder where TL are looking as far as priorities go. Nothing jumping out to me. Maybe Swain is like your obvious power pick, but Kindred's open. But even though we know Dardoch is a huge fan of the champion, few things here, but not too much.
Swain kind of fell through the cracks last game. No picker ban on that champion. But with the Anivia band, you may go for it, but see what they end up going with. Could be an Aurelia as well.
Taking a long time, actually. TL certainly deliberating pick number 1.
Yes.
There's the obvious one. Aurelia back in for Lolo. And I like more of the bruiser champions for Lolo rather than the pure tanks.
That's the thing is, I've probably said it 2 times now. When they picked up Lorlo, I'm like, oh, great, they picked up this great mechanically skilled top laner. It's like, well, you can't have 4 carries on your team with Piglet, Phoenix, Dardoch, and Lorlo. So Lorlo was made to play the tank role because Dardoch could also play very aggressive champions, and it enabled him in the early game. So now they're allowing Lorlo with the meta to play these champions that are incredibly powerful. So I want to see him go off again because he's done it in the last 2 games.
Yeah, it's really just Dardoch that just visits the lane, gets it going, and then Lolo's more than capable of handling himself from that point. Curious to see what Echo Fox and KFO in particular decide as the counter pick here. But don't have to pick it right away, of course. Plenty of space. There's 10 seconds left for picks 1 and 2. Ooh, I like it. Ash going to be picked up. And Victor, I think. Yep, Victor once again for Froggen. Justified the first pick of the last game.
Exactly.
Despite the loss.
It's just incredibly powerful. They can play Ryze and they can play Azir if they want now on Phoenix. But the Ashe being picked up here, I thought it was going to be picked up last game because of the Sivir ban coming through. But now with the Sivir and Karma, you really are looking for some engage from your bot lane. So I assume that Ashe Zyra may be what Keith and Big are going for.
Maybe. Pretty powerful bottom lane combination, actually. But TL messing around. Phoenix thinking about Ryze. Dardoch, I think, having some fun. We'll see what they actually do end up locking in here. But yeah, Phoenix's big picks are open and available. Don't have to pick one right now, but I think it would be silly not to pick one at all.
I agree. I think you go support jungle.
Fiddle? Oh my god, Dardoch. He's like, let me just... It's all themed today. No, does go away from the Kha'Zix. We'll pick Elise instead, and they'll take the Zyra.
Yep, support jungle there. Take the Elise, high priority on that champion now. And then the Zyra, so they break up the Ashe-Zyra combo. You cannot have that going over. It's just too much engage, especially when Sivir and Karma are banned away, because then your bot lane is basically, well, we're the old Braum Lucian lane at that point, which is potent, but it's still not the team fight that you need.
Yep. Particularly annoying for Lolo to have to play against it, so I like it. Zyra just in general, sort of rising as maybe the best support, at least as far as the North American supports are concerned.
A lot of damage too.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. It's not so much a support as it is a bot lane mage.
Yes, technically I have to be here, but I'll buy an Ice Stone. That's it. That's all I get.
That's it.
Stop bugging me. I'm not peeling. As Echo Fox. Maybe looking to get some... That's cute from Froggen, actually. Don't think that works, even though thematically it's rather wonderful.
Yeah, but I do think you pick something here as a support that can actually get in onto the Zyra and get yourself some early kills.
Maybe some initiation, actually. Pretty powerful tools here for Echo Fox. Gragas likely for that jungle, and Froggen actually going to pick Alistar for Big there on support. So landing matchup, not so hot. Everything else, real good.
Yeah, may see a lane swap come through to avoid the Zyra and also allow the Alistar a little bit more roaming in the early game, as well as not having to go up there in that matchup.
What does Piglet want? Into the Ashe. Played Lucian a number of times already. He's played Ashe as well. Definitely proficient. A bunch of different AD carries. Also has Ezreal available if he wants to go back to it.
I think you go Caitlyn here. I think you go Caitlyn Zyra, you force them to lane swap on you, 100%. And then it also gives you a really good defensive trap line, and I guess siege line as well, for when you have the 4-man unit, because the Aurelia is going to try and split push.
Looks like mid lane's actually the last pick, so they'll save Phoenix's pick for a little while down, see a bit more of the composition. They'll take the Triss, they'll take the Rise. No surprises here from Team Liquid.
A little more sieging here for this team, so they're going to rely on Matt mostly for the disengage. A lot of pick potential, though. You have the root, you have the cocoon, you have 2 roots as well.
Yeah, both teams actually have a lot of ways to get fights started, which I think, given what happened last game, might not be the worst thing ever. There was definitely lots of jockeying for position, people getting picked off left and right. Now those mistakes can get punished even harder. I think Echo Fox realizing, yes, we play around the map well, we just needed a few more ways to get things going for us, and I got plenty of them now.
Yeah. Basically, start these fights off. Ashe Arrow, Alistar, Barrel, multiple ways to do so, and also keep Froggen safe, which was a primary concern in the last game because they had backline dive. Now the dive is really just Lorlo.
Which might not be enough. Lorlo, though, if he gets ahead, we've seen what Aurelia can do, especially in a split push situation. Echo Fox, though, one more pick to come.
Allow him. Did he learn it overnight?
It's Jax!
Oh, okay.
Alrighty.
Aurelia Jax matchup. This is a throwback. We used to see this all the time when it was the trinity of Aurelia, Jax, and Renekton, and it was kind of the rock, paper, scissors. And this is such a unique matchup. We have seen Jax receive some buffs. Great Trinity Force user. Again, didn't care about the crit, just wanted attack speed so he can wail on people. And now his stacks of attack speed fall off one at a time instead of just all of them at once. So when you're out of combat, it's not as punishing if it's a shorter duration.
And I love it from KFO. He's like, you know what? I'm a top lane carry player. Let me show you how it's done, Lolo. Got the Fiora last game. Couldn't get it done. Let's see if he can get it done here on the Jax. I'm actually sort of surprised he didn't want Fiora again, but maybe just wanting to play even harder of a carry. Once again, the Echo Fox plan seems to be pretty similar. I do like the adjustments they've made as far as overall composition goes. I think they've put power in the right places. And Team Liquid sort of regressed. They took their game 1, said, okay, we're going to go back to basics a little bit more. Dardoch not on a super carry champion, but definitely can be aggressive on the Elise. So coaches will shake hands. Strong drafts once again, and curious to see how this one shakes out.
Yep. I'm really curious to see how this shakes out, especially that top lane, because last time we saw it be very snowbally and a lot of jungle attention into that top lane. Both Hard and Dardoch went up there. So what's it going to be this time?
Well, up to your predictions. Let us know using the hashtag TLWin or hashtag FOXWin. Our Echo Fox going to force another game here and give Stream 1 marathon days on Saturday, Sunday.
So how many games have you cast this weekend?
A lot.
Yeah, you're almost at 15.
This is 14, I believe.
Yeah.
So if we get to next game, it'll be 15.
Standard LPL weekend.
Yeah, let me tell you. 15 games, I'm very excited for it. So let's see if Echo Fox can do it, or if TL will take the sweep and pick up their first best of 3 victory here in the summer. Moving out onto the blue side. Curious to see how this works out, but I imagine, you mentioned it already, maybe a lane swap being looked for here by Echo Fox. Should start things off fairly standard, but we'll see how the swap, if at all, sort of breaks out here.
Yeah, it's kind of funny because TL have the superior bottom lane, in my opinion, for the early game, and they're able to harass and kind of get the low mobility. Like, Ashe is very easy to hit with the grasping root. You can get him out of the lane. So I expect Fox to want a lane swap, but at the same time, both top laners are gold dependent. So sometimes you want to swap so they get the turret gold, but you don't want to do that because they miss out on experience. It becomes a kind of a tricky dance of what you want to sacrifice here, especially with carry top laners.
Okay, for the top side for now, but I see Keith moving up towards the top lane.
Yep.
As the lane swap as expected for Echo Fox. Team Liquid not going to answer blind. So it looks like we will have a lane swap completed here. Big and Keith going to group up together and have a wander through a Team Liquid ward. Maybe. Just hanging out for now, but Matt's already set up those plants. Oh, that was awkward. One spawned over the back. But they should be able to take these Krugs nice and quickly.
Yep. The fact that Zyra got changed that her passive is the seeds is actually insane for her level 1 because now she has access to her plants, whereas before she didn't. Before she had to have a rank in W to get the seeds and then use Q or E to actually pop them. Now, she has a great way of doing so.
You can see just how efficient this is for Piglet and Matt. Piglet will collect the last hits here, get a bit of extra experience, actually share, so Matt gets some. Piglet got the little one, so that's sort of how that's moving out. But it is a lane swap situation. Lolo right now trying to get what CS he can. There's 1, there's 2,
Man.
there's 3, and see.
Oh,
Missed 1.
Nope.
Unlucky.
Has the E ranked up right now? So just Equilibrium Strike, really standard.
Keep staring. Just don't look behind you.
Keith having some fun. I'm going to try and help this wave and build it up. And standard lane swap shenanigans will occur. Tristana, though, on the TL side, kind of preempt some of this. Looks like they were happy to play a 2v2, but Tristana should be able to knock these turrets down pretty quickly. Because Dardak and friends are actually on the other side of the jungle. Lolo is actually running all the way down from top lane. Feels bad.
Feels really bad.
Just gank him. Flash Froggen, dude. Come on.
Yeah, flash, stun, Froggen. Yeah,
Proxy wave instead.
it wouldn't be awful.
Not ideal. I would have loved it. Just like, you know, no support roam. No, we got this. Level 1 top laner roam.
Yeah, best is when you just walk straight through mid lane. Just completely disregard the mid laners are fighting. You just walk through. It's like, he's like, okay, no time to stop. Gotta get the bot lane. Gotta get that turret gold.
Gotta be efficient. Yeah, Lolo does need that gold. Gonna start gaining some
It's a garden.
now. The creep goes in. Oh my god, this is gross. Yeah. Proxying these waves up.
That's insane. Like,
Zyra
Zyra's just so powerful.
Yeah. Stingway again. Port's really starting to favor her.
And that's a little RNG too. It's kind of situational because those seeds can spawn in rather random places. So lining up the Q, which now has a very large range on it to pop the seeds, can be difficult sometimes, but it's kind of been made as easy as possible.
Okay, Flo actually. Check his mathematics. There's a number of creeps. How well has he calculated this out? Oh, he's a genius. Nails it. Take the tower hit.
You did the math.
Turret gold. Lolo also
Look at
doing
that.
the same.
That's a great freeze right there. It's going to push back towards him very easily. So many caster minions.
He'll collect what he can now, but I imagine we'll have the swap back, and you can already see Piglet and Matt making their way towards the top lane. So the lane's what we expected, now in effect. Unfortunately, that sort of means Hard and Dardoch are busy farming through the jungle rather than ganking. But top lane is watch for them, because they're going to get some safe gold now. But if anyone slips up, KFO and Lola will eventually meet, and if one's significantly ahead of the other, that could be what tips the balance here in this game.
Yep, when you have those carry top laners, when one gets advantage over the other, very, very easily does the match just completely tilt in the other's favor. And especially with this matchup, usually Aurelia will win level 4 to, I want to say about level 11 when you get your second ultimate. And then Jax really just takes over the matchup. So if you can keep him down as long as possible, it's great. It also comes down to who uses abilities first. It's kind of strange. If Aurelia uses W first, then Jax counter strikes. The Equilibrium strikes and then W's, then Jax counter strikes, and you have nothing to stun him. So it's kind of awkward.
Yep, definitely some champion knowledge involved there.
Yeah, and also if you're Jax and you Q to her, well then she gets to stun you, so because you did enough damage. So it becomes kind of a stalemate for a while unless you guys both opt into continuing to trade over and over again. But Dardoch looking for a gank mid, sees Hard.
Yeah,
Gonna face check though.
right now. Hard gonna take some damage. Dardoch's still going. Phoenix wants it. Looks for the snare. Finds Froggen. Maybe flashes in. Looks for Hard. Goes for the first blood. Great gravity field though from Froggen.
And exhaust. Threw down the exhaust as well onto Phoenix, making sure he couldn't blow up Hard at the end there. Hard's gonna get away, but has to blow his flash for as well as the exhaust. So it's one summoner spell for 2.
And Lolo does take another turret. So 2 turrets right now for TL. Gold being shared here though. KFO gets some extra gold for himself. So Lolo a little bit more gold at the start, but mostly insignificant. We'll see where these laners end up now, but I imagine we'll swap back to some nice long standard lanes and kind of begin our laning phase now at 6 minutes.
The ceremonial 5-minute dance is now complete. The opening of the game may now commence.
Pretty much. But both teams doing a really good job on the early phases. Phoenix though, clearing out a wave, pops down the ulti. He's gonna chunk through those. Froggen nails that cannon minion. He's I wonder how many cannon minions Froggen has last hit in his lifetime.
Oh god.
Like a lot.
Yeah, probably.
Even like just in competitive games. If you just use these pro level games, like in tournaments, like not solo queue, it'd be an unbelievable amount of cannon minions. I think he's probably last hit like a ton of them on a Nivea only.
How many cannon minions do you think mid laners on average kill in a game?
You're asking the guy that doesn't know how to do maths to do maths. So I don't know, but someone out there probably knows the answer. We'll figure it out later. Can we ask the desk?
Ask the desk.
Please, someone get
How
that
many
straight
do you
out
think?
there. Piglet busy pushing things out. And Ash gonna stop him. So again, laners will match up, but just a bit of push and pull here in these long lanes. Hard though, stealing away that blue buff.
Yeah.
Matt's here to stop him. He's like, what's going on here? Yep, he sees him.
Kind of showing up for the harass.
Ward right there, who's gonna get the blue buff is hard. So taken away from Froggen. Effective win there for TL.
Yeah, putting the pressure on it, and if they're able to give their blue buff over to Phoenix when it comes up, he's going to be in a great spot because he has so much mono regen. And the tier just makes it fantastic. So he just keeps throwing out spells, getting closer and closer to those Rise power spikes. He's going to feel good about that.
Yep. Going out, second the mana, going in, aggressive. Froggen taking damage on the front. Another W down. Snare's good, but minion wave gets in the way. Definitely a one trade though for Phoenix.
Yeah.
Good little move there. 10 CS ahead right now, so Phoenix kind of back in form a little bit. Lolo actually up 10 CS as well, but that's more to do with the swapping.
Yeah, they know that Dardoch is here as well as everybody else. Don't want to have that four-man gank in the mid lane from behind. Something TSM has been doing a lot recently.
Looking at it, but not there just yet. Keith, you can't even have the arrow in just yet. As Piglet gets a bit of damage down in onto the turret. Nice little rotation there from Team Liquid. Gains them some ground. It really is the little things at the early stages of the game. Team Liquid being very active on this bottom side of the map. Lolo and KFO just hanging out. Like you said, just some trades back.
Smack him back. Great.
Fade versus Sheen right now, not a huge difference, but Lolo actually got slight item advantage. Piglet on top of a ward, so this ambush on Keith, not looking too crash hot. Keith is like, yep, I'm gonna walk literally the furthest angle away from you. And they're like, oh, I think it's probably warded. I'm gonna keep you on.
Does he know I'm here? I don't know if he knows I'm here.
Imagine if a seed spawned over the other side and say, uh-oh, Elena.
Yeah. A lot of people in solo queue would have probably just thrown the Ashe W over there. You don't have to do that. Don't give away your position. But speaking of not giving away your position, Lorlo.
Oh, slapped. Good ulti as well. KFO looking for the stun, but Equilibrium Strike's going to slow that one down. Lorlo maybe have enough to live there. There's the flash out, but KFO in with a lead strike, flash and power for the kill.
First blood going over to KFO in this top lane. It only takes something like that, and now this top lane wave is going to be pushed all the way into the turret. Lorlo, he may have to blow his TP to get there in time. Actually, no, he's just not going to... KFO's not going to go for the next wave, so it'll be right before the turret, so it'll actually effectively slow push into it and then bounce back. So Lorlo, he's not going to miss out on a ton of CS, thankfully for him. But KFO off to a great start.
Yep. TL though answer with the dragon, so they'll pick up the Cloud Drake. Let's watch this one again. This was such a good gank by Hard.
Yeah, and this is something that a lot of top laners have been doing as well, is overextending. We saw Zig doing it a whole bunch in the P1 game yesterday, where if you pass that midway point after the lane swap, you are an easily gankable top laner. But he had to stay toe-to-toe there.
Now Froggen gets a blue buff, finds one. It's on the other side of the map, so he'll steal that out from TL after Hard's good amount of control. He's asserted on that top half. KFO's not going back. He's got himself that most of the parts of a Trinity Force. A dagger for that stinger. But the Phage and the Sheen busy jungling right now, actually. Might as well while he's down here.
Yeah.
CS caught back up for Lola though, like you mentioned. So again, first little lead there for KFO. We'll see if he can snowball this at all, because that is the Echo Flux plan 101. And with the way these compositions have been picked, seems like a pretty easy avenue into the game for either team.
Yeah, they're putting a lot more on KFO's shoulder this split. Been a little more acclimated to the team. His ability is a little more pronounced. And they're allowing him to play carries because the meta favors it. Instead of having him on things like the Malphite or the Maokai, which basically made it so that Echo Fox were a farm and wait for team fights. Now they have the split push threat of KFO.
Well, gonna try and ease this up here. It's Team Liquid actually.
Arrows up.
Rift Herald.
Arrows up.
Arrow hit starter. No, repels. Very nice, but now he's straight down. Back onto the Rift Herald. Flashes out to safety. Smooth moves, but the Rift Herald stays up for now.
Yep. Meanwhile, Piglet shoving in the bottom wave. So there's 5 members of Fox mid. Nobody to answer this at the moment, so they have to send Keith all the way back down there. No arrow as well.
Phoenix threatening also. Froggen with the blue buff though should be okay, but falling a little bit behind on CS. Phoenix is actually very early Mercury treads. stacking up those mana items as well, as Lolo's going to have a visit to the mid lane, but that's all it is. Just a visit for a ward.
Mercury Treads, nice buy there, because there's a lot of things that are going to stun him on this team. So being able to continue slinging out your spells, very important.
It's probably a prime target for an Ash Arrow.
And here we go. Siege on the mid lane.
Ooh,
They'll have the
Field
Tristana.
denied. Yeah, Piglet though off to the side. Very nice angle actually. It's a good dash down. Now keep going in. The damage is there. Froggen actually snared up by the roots.
Yeah, so what ended up happening is Fox had to go answer waves because they all went towards that Rift Herald. Dardoch back. Piglet was still shoving bottom. Shove that wave up. Top wave gets shoved up. Now all group mid, or else, you know, or I guess Fox has to answer mid, or else they miss the turret, or they miss experience in side waves. So both of them are bad options, and they put him in that situation.
Yep. And KFO, he's busy with a real long lane in top side. He's going to farm that up. He's actually, I think, freezing as best he can in the current position, but that'll eventually bounce back to Lolo, and he'll catch up in CS. Again, these long side lanes. So common in the lane swap situations. Kind of frustrating to the top laner, because he's so used to just sitting in your island, getting some CS. It's still the same, you just got to wait.
I'm glad that our Ask the Desk isn't how many cannon memes does a top laner get? Because the answer is, can he even last hit them? I know so many top laners that they go like, ah, damn, I missed the cannon. That's like the only thing they'll say. That's the other, like 4 people are fighting on the other side of the map, and he's like, ah, I missed the cannon.
Sad times. No one likes to miss the cannon minion. As Keith
I don't mind.
Arrow.
As a jungler, I'm like, ah, it's okay. I was just shoving the weight.
I would hate missing it as support. I'm not supposed to get it. Well, again, pressure mounting still. But another relatively slow start to the game. Both teams wanting to make sure they don't mess up too much in the early game. What we expect from Echo Fox, I think Liquid have sort of said, okay, you want to play this pace? We're probably happy to play it with you.
Yeah, I think they're waiting on Trinity Force spikes at the moment. When you get those items, and Ryze is a good scaler as well.
Yeah.
We'll wait for the picks because it's going to be a lot on Matt as well as Dardoch's shoulders. But on the other side, definitely think Keith with the Ash Arrow, if he's able to deliver, then they're going to have some great engages. And he played it yesterday against Energy in that first game that, you know, was looking in Fox's favor.
Well, saw the attempt before near the Rift Herald. Keith managing to stop that and get a couple summoners out of Dardoch. But again, lane's bouncing back and forth. I think you're right though, both teams happy with the situation. Piglet also scaling up. And Ash wants to get to her first few major items. So we know Froggen wants to farm. The rest of the team going to join him for now. And the gold is dead even at 14 minutes in. Next Drake will be up in a minute 30. That's the Cloud Drake once more. TL already have one. May help them here in this pretty open map right now. And Lolo actually farming mid. Froggen does return. Got the 2 upgrades now for the Hex Force, so wave clear should be much easier as KFO now finish that Trinity Force. Gonna look to go down towards that bottom side of the map and maybe challenge Phoenix, who's currently down there.
Yep, Phoenix does have the TP, of course, so you'd have to answer him with somebody like KFO, unless you risk a big play happening and blowing the game wide open. But TL keep going towards this Rift Herald. They want to give it to Lorlo so that he can actually get back into that matchup top lane, because you look at that, KFO's already completed his Trinity Force, and Lorlo, he went for the boots, so he has the Merc Treads, and he's still 400 gold down in the first place, so he's far off. Doesn't have his Stinger, has enough for 1 dagger. But yeah, this is a good spike for KFO. If you're Echo Fox, you kind of want to force this, whether it's this Drake that's coming up and even just get a, I mean, it's a Cloud one, so it's kind of a consolation prize for a lot of teams. But I think that right now you want to fight.
And for an arrow, Keith again was standing just in the wedge, that brush on the Raptor pit. But Piglet can stay chill. Phoenix still applying pressure on the bottom side actually, so TL sort of getting work done there. You see Lola though does have to leave that 1v1 for now. KFO returns to the top lane. Piglet back on the turret, almost gets it. Takes a lot of tower hits for his trouble, but not quite enough to take it down. Not a bad play though, Keith. Arrow flies in, who's it gonna hit? Look at the way they fly. Oh, they missed, but Piglet's still going down.
Right between the two members, but still hard. Body slam flash, picks up the kill. Meanwhile, Rift Herald's being done right now. It'll go over to Lorlo. Finally, TL get what they were trying to get for so long, but they end up losing Piglet in the process.
Yep, they'll trade the Cloud Drake for it, but nice gank again by Hard. Good setup for Echo Fox. The sort of moments they're looking to create. See if the Drake gets challenged here. TL sort of in the area. Phoenix behind it. Sorry, just behind him, but pretty sure they're happy to give it up. They've already got one.
Yeah.
Echo Fox can take this.
Yeah, I think it'd be a little foolish to actually contest it if you're TL. That Trinity Force spike is something that you can't actually just go like, oh yeah, that's fine. That's totally fine. It's like, no, that's a big spike. Phase Sheen versus that. You're looking at a Aurelia with no attack speed and a Jax with 40%.
And there it is. Drake over to Fox. See, Dardoch actually stole KFO's Krugs away. So making sure he monitors that lane.
Yep.
Wants Lolo to be safe.
Get everything you can. A little spike here for Keith as well. Completing the Essence Reaper straight off. Oh, over the wall. Dardoch, though, looking for a play.
Flash in, looks for Froggen. Snares there. Damage is good. There's not enough yet. Froggen flashes out. Might be safe, but Dardoch's going to chase him down. Hard here to try and defend. Dardoch now caught in under the turret. So the damage is good. Dardoch gets a double kill before going down to Keith.
That turret was just swapping aggro between Phoenix, between Matt. I think it even like shoots a plant one time as well. So Dardoch just gets to sit underneath the turret for so long and eventually gets picked up there.
I'll take the turret off this as well, probably, although Keith is in to defend. No, TL. Do not commit for the last few autos. Let's watch this dive again, though.
All right, Flash, Cocoon, the Brute came out as well. Flash, Phoenix, lock up. Repels back down onto him so that he doesn't get blown up. Turret shot, kills one of the plants too, so it doesn't swap to Dardoch immediately. Matt takes a few shots, but if that had actually swapped to Dardoch earlier, may have not had that second kill go over. Not so sure on that, because he had to actually auto-attack Froggen down at the end.
Yeah, good dive there from TL regardless. So Dardoch will collect a kill there for himself, actually get a couple. TL now 2 kills to 3, but Fox still looking just fine here. Gold lead, barely nothing. Although this mid tower would be a surprisingly big break given the stage of the game. Always feels good to break a Victor's turret. 18 minutes in, they may do just that, but Echo Fox never want to let go of an objective. They are standing firm.
Yeah, especially that mid turret. You need to keep that mid turret up for Froggen, or else you risk the game being blown wide open. TL, they like to take dangerous routes, so as soon as that turret's down, they get to pad through areas like this, go towards that raptor ambush. Oh, so close, so close.
So little health left on that poor turret.
26.
See if TL rolls in with a stiff breeze to take it down, because that's all it's going to need at this point. Froggen also going back. So it looks like that Ryla's coming out.
So Jat actually posed a very funny question one day, which was, if the turret is that low, do you just let a minion wave walk up to it and kill it? Or do you defend it long enough so that eventually a champion comes by and kills it? Because if they kill it, they lose the gold, the proximity gold. So they're effectively getting less value from that turret.
I think it depends on how long you think you'll have it there for. Because if you can farm it out for like enough minutes for the local gold to be bounced out, I think it's okay. Like Piglet really wants it. Flush in.
Yeah, like even right there. Oh,
get him out!
It might
I
be
don't
worth
want it. Oh,
300.
Piglet actually goes down! Baited by the turret.
I guess you keep it up.
Easy. There you
Best scenario. Yeah, if one of them had actually backed there, if it was either Froggen or Big, would have walked up, would have killed it. And at that point, you're just like, maybe
Hey!
let go and, oh. Yeah. Nope. But yeah, that baited Piglet, he wanted that so badly, wanted that extra gold. Is he close to something? He's close to completing his boots if he wanted to actually just get that. If he had the turret, then yeah, he would have been able to buy his boots.
Dead. Gives Froggen a kill. Does now have the Rylai's, so Victor starting to really power up. 24 stun for Lolo, by the way, so curious to see how that 1v1 matchup works out. KFO actually behind a bit in CS right now, but again, they'll pick up this wave, we'll be back to even, and the top laners will continue collecting all the farm they can possibly find.
Yep, looking for those Sterix next, I believe. Maybe Frozen Mallet, we've been seeing that a lot from Huni. Second item on the Aurelia.
TL looking topside though. Oh, face check again.
Another dangerous route.
Straight into it. Gravity field stuns him, but they don't commit for the rest of the kill.
Froggen out of abilities at that point. And yeah, not going too hard on that.
Oh, KFO though, looking for the
Level
dual
11.
Lolo. This does not look good. KFO flashes in. There's the solo.
Yep. It's that level 11. Jax really turns it around when he gets his second rank of ultimate.
Oh, hard. Almost a great ulti. The Zara ulti not going to get a knock up. It does actually tag Froggen on the other side.
Whoa,
but Phoenix
whoa.
goes in and gets exhausted. Will go down as he's stunned under the turret by the gravity field. Froggen gets an in. KFO's blails in. And Dardoch stunned by the arrow. KFO going to look for the dive, but he turns things around. Repel down. Big force to flash out. But the dive's there. KFO's still going. Piglet, though, pushes him away with the buster shot, and Dardoch lives.
Oh my god, he almost walked towards Big and almost killed Big. Oh man, way close for a lot of members there. That's going to be the turret going down, and that turret is still up on the other side of the map, 26 HP. The MVP turret right there is baiting so
It's the
hard.
Perfect bait, Cyrene. Echo Fox, no. Got to play around the objectives. And they've really just consistently baited TL here.
Yep, flashes away. Big still has his pulverize available. Yep, knocks Phoenix to the side, but he walks forward, and then, oh yeah, pulverize wasn't used. And then he gets destroyed underneath the turret, and KFO had already been TPing in. Not able to dodge that, has to flash away. Big gets out of turret range just barely with a flash. No following turret shot there. And KFO is so close, he like almost walks by. Almost blows up his teammate.
Well, not this time. Nice TP in as well. That gives Jax 3 kills now on the KFO side. Certainly ahead in the Aurelia 1v1 so far. There's the Jarum's Fist plus the Longsword. And looks like Glacial Shrag was the next item for Lolo, as it's all too quiet. Phoenix hit by the ulti. Dark again. He got the tower, but that's going to be a force flash onto Rise. Damage back there from the Grasping Roots. Lolo knocked back in, and Big's gone down. Phoenix able to take that kill. As Hard's going to go down as well.
Yeah, and that's going to be the counter there. Arrow comes through from Keith, but still, everybody from TL showing up into this mid lane. Now they're going to take control of this jungle. They get the turret, though, Pastry. They got that turret.
Yep, they got the very key mid turret now even, but Baron could tip the scales here for Team Liquid. They'll straight up start it with Hard dead for 15 seconds longer. Echo Fox, what's the play? They see it with the Hawk shot.
Oh, they're so low. This is so risky. Froggen and KFO could wreck this.
Froggen! Zyra ulti's good. They're going to commit to it, though. They have to try and take it down. Oh, TL, they do get it. But Phoenix now caught. KFO moving in. Damage is good, and Piglet now trying to face check Froggen, which is not a good sign. Double kill for KFO.
Oh, that's so risky to back right there.
It cost them 2.
Froggen.
Power recall! Piglet! Oh! Gets back, but Matt's not so lucky. Gets tagged, puts it again. Now Grasping Roots, and Froggen gets another kill. 3 for Baron there. TL with the trade.
Yeah, Lorlo ends up getting out as well, and that was just super risky there. They ended up warding the jungle and then walking a little bit slow to that Baron, and they kind of flirt with the vision. They don't clear it out immediately. Is this a bait? What is this? Knocks him away, uses the ultimate to cut off the path, but it's still not fast enough. Baron does go over. Nothing to jump to there from Dardoch, so he has to come right back down. And KFO on this Jax. He's fed now. He's 5-0-1. Nobody on the lineup from TL can split push against him. Almost there from Froggen.
Maybe could have turned that around, but Piglet already booked it. TL, there's a number of members there. Echo Fox did get the dragon in that last replay as well, so 2 Drakes now for Echo Fox. TL with Baron buff on a couple of members left, but just going to give them a bit of a gold. You can see the Baron power play in your top right-hand corner. It's not a whole lot of gold up.
Going down pretty quickly, too. He's back and forth.
Well, expect will be Mountain. See what happens when that spawns around, but Froggen hard again, teaming on the
TL
down one.
Is so risky with the way they invade, and Echo Fox are calling them every time. We saw it in Game 1. We're seeing it more here in Game 2. They are getting picked off, and Echo Fox are playing it beautifully.
And the difference is this game is much more even than the picks that Fox were getting in the last game. TL are still up, but the goal difference is very insignificant at this stage. And Echo Fox keep this up. It's going to keep getting ahead. Don't forget, like KFO now finishes Starrix, has a Vamp Scepter in the mix as well. He's just constantly creating pressure. He is a real threat to Team Liquid. Claw's already proven that he cannot fight him 1v1. Phoenix plans in. Hard goes in for the body slam, but doesn't quite get it. Now locked up under the turret, but going to be safe. No, not Phoenix. Moves back in, but Froggen's ulti is huge. He's going to take out Phoenix for a big. Barely going to live on the other end, but Piglet's hungry for kills. Dardoch moves his way back in, but has to repel out from under Froggen's death ray. Lolo diving back in, but here comes KFO. Who's he going to look for first? Once Lolo. Zyra ulti not used, but Matt's going to get crushed down there. Does flush himself to safety, and KFO now stunned. Damage is there. They'll turn it around perhaps as Lolo still doing work. They've killed Keith. KFO trying to turn it back, but they don't get it. Piglet gets himself the shutdown, and Team Liquid going crazy. There's one for the reset. Froggen now the next, and Piglet looking for the triple. He does get it.
And Team Liquid get themselves back in the lead by a good margin here with an ace, only losing Dardoch and Phoenix. The engage from Hard was not on point there. He didn't land the body slam for the stun on Phoenix for the knockback, but even then, KFO with TP was still late to that fight. He shows up, and Lorlo's already low. Lorlo hangs around and has beautiful equilibrium strikes for the remainder of that fight to shut down KFO and stop the snowball.
Well, Piglet denied Couple minions there, but this might just die to Piglet alone. Cards here, not that safe to try and take by himself. Piglet doesn't overcommit for it though. Can't see anyone else. People have respawn, so Piglet plays it safe. Let's watch this again.
Hits Phoenix. Little short there on the body slam flash. Has to go back, knocks him in. Hard's already down. Phoenix, low, gets picked up finally, and Lorlo shows up. Dardoch takes a lot of damage because they're still chasing here, and now KFO comes through. Lorlo gets exhausted, but he's taking the damage. So KFO, it's like, all right, well, I counter-strike, I'm gonna go after Matt. Gets stunned there, can't counter, gets cocooned, chased after there. Great from Lorlo to go on the right target, and then another equilibrium strike for the slow, and he gets picked up. KFO can't close that distance fast enough. And then Piglet with the crit, the dodge, and the crit.
Yep, knows to not get bursted out there. Froggen trying to do a whole host of work in that fight, but Piglet managed to clean it up. Infinity Edge Runes and a BF Sword plus that QSS now all finished. Starting to emerge the big carry. Data going in, gets aggressive on a big, who's forced to pop the ulti. Alistar breaks out for now. The Team Liquid starting to play a little bit more aggressively. I think they're starting to feel, yes, we've gotten ahead. 4,000 gold up now, pressuring Echo Fox, wanting to be the aggressors.
Yep, and I'm loving the build here from the Aurelia, from Lorlo. The fact that he pivoted and said, okay, well now I need to get Frozen Heart. Got a Glacial Shroud because KFO is getting fed. Shut him down. Not too many other members are going to get slowed by that. Maybe Keith if you jump on him, but Aurelia's job is to go after the AD carry pretty much every time.
Ash particularly hates peeling Aurelia off her, despite all the CC. Tower down for TL. That's 5-3 now. It's Lolo still looking aggressively. Steps on no minion.
It's going to be really hard to keep him off of Keith with all that tenacity on top of the Merc Treads. No, he's going to be diving that back line, and killing him's going to be a nightmare.
Major buffs also up in about 1:40 each. So Mountain Drake coming up. Baron also coming back up. See if TL fancy another objective war. I think at this point, Echo Fox know we might have to stall things out for a little while. Unfortunately, all this action means that KFO can't stay in a side lane and challenge people to a duel. TL's done a good job keeping up enough pressure that KFO can't really be unlocked to just take over the game like you would want to on a 5-1-1 Jax.
Yeah, and if you actually look at the gold, Lorlo is only 600 behind, 500 behind him. It's very, very close. The advantages here are the jungle and the AD carry. Almost 2,000 up for Piglet, and if you look at Dardoch,
Oh my god.
yeah, he's pretty much the same amount up that Piglet is.
Huge amount of work. Is Piglet going to move out of the base again?
It's a 2.4K there in the jungle. That's what it looks like.
Yeah. I don't know how Dardoch does it, but even on Elise, able to play nice enough.
Yeah, he's basically got, he's got more gold than his mid laner. Yeah, I don't know how he does it. I don't know how he does it.
Well, sure Phoenix isn't too unhappy because he's pretty strong at on Rise right now. You can see that Mountain Drake up now 25 seconds away. TL just getting these lanes pushed out, getting that pressure started. Double TP there already as well, so Phoenix also a threat in that bottom side of the map. This is so dangerous for Echo Fox to face tech. I think they have to just give this up. But they don't want to.
Yeah.
Baron also a threat, so have to be careful here.
Couple lapses in the timers there. They don't overlap exactly, so Mountain Drake's going to come up, and TL are going to shove up the mid wave because either objective is good for them.
All a ruse.
5-on-5 in the mid lane here. Both teams might go for broke. Fox, they're going to try to force that game 3, and TL, they really want that win.
Keith looks actually pretty vulnerable, and now Fox are caught out on the wrong side of the map here. TL going to cut them off. Just shove down the mid lane here. KFO makes it through the base gate, but directive TL.
This turret might go down. It's going to be like chunk so fast. Piglet does so much damage.
Oh, the arrow hits Dardoch. Now the ulti out. He's not going to go down as he repels out to safety. Turret will fall. Team Liquid, nice little take on that objective. Echo Fox just can't find a way in.
Yeah. Big thing about that too is they get that turret, they get the inhibitor open, and they have a big wave bottom. So there's going to be some lost experience here for some members of Fox if they want to contest the Mountain Drake.
Key ultimate's down also. Although Zara did burn hers. Echo Fox, I think, used a few more there. Although, Gragas is left, I suppose.
Oh, Gunblade there for KFO.
I love it.
As the damage vamp, one of the only spell vamp items left in the game.
Saw this on Darshan, I believe, and he was playing that Jax. Actually, versus Team Liquid, interestingly enough.
Yeah.
In their last series.
They've assimilated. They've adapted.
KFO is awfully strong, but unfortunately, with the way TL are playing, they're forcing the rest of Echo Fox to fight them, and KFO maybe can carry a fight here, but it's not really the way they wanted to approach this game. Mountain Drake went over to Team Liquid as well, so those structures going to be under even more threat, and that Baron especially now that it's back alive. TL know they have so much damage to play with on these objectives.
Yeah, they have a lot of damage, a lot of siege potential as well with the Zyra and the Tristana. But Froggen is 6-2-4. Froggen is still a monster in this game. He's Victor. He's going to be able to blow up whoever is near him because these aren't particularly tanky members. You're seeing the GA almost come through for Lorlo, so he's going to have a good time diving the backline, but you really have to watch out if you're Piglet.
Well, certainly has the damage if he can survive everything else. Oh yeah, Matt's always in trouble. That's the issue with Zyra.
Or the Matt feature for Drive. Why are you always dying? Well, being selfless.
Back in for a fight. Good jump there from Lorlo. KFO, though, will get the stun on the counter-strike. Lorlo still wanting to chase. Blood Surge up in a second. Doesn't go for it, though. Leap strike out from Jax. Baron up.
Yep, they were able to see Piglet on the bottom side, though, so this allows the other 4 members of Fox to clear out the Baron pit and prepare it.
Might just walk down mid here. There is still an open inhib. Team Liquid can look to play to. Feels like they've got all of the pieces to try and get themselves a win here in this game. Echo Fox have shown incredible resilience and great defense.
Yeah, Echo Fox have always been that way too. They're an incredibly resilient team. Even when they lose a game, they bounce back, and they show a lot of tenacity.
This ward's being put up around the Baron pit. Elder Dragon will be our next dragon, but not spawning for a little while. Don't have to worry about it right now.
Looking for an arrow?
Maybe. Phoenix, tanky.
And he's got an arrow, and Fox has 2 Cloud Drakes, so the rest of the team can actually catch up to him rather quickly.
Kind of a neat interaction.
Yeah. Not throwing him, though.
No, not yet. That's kind of been the Echo Fox's thing. We talked about it. They picked a bunch of CC. Wanted to try and find ways to get in on the team fights. I mean, they were set up to like have a great 4v4 with KFO split pushing, and Echo Fox has just not found a way in to any of these fights despite all the initiation they have. KFO's kind of getting it rolling now, but TL knows this thing. Lorlo can at least hold the lane. That's very aggressive, Piglet.
Yeah, it was. He's one of the only members on his team without a GA right now, too. I mean, you don't get Zillion, but I guess you pick GAs, and here comes Phoenix down to bot.
Yeah,
KFO can't do a thing.
Not
here.
even winning the 1v1. Sterk's gonna proc, now hops away to safety, flashes out.
Yep.
That's not good news.
Nope, but those are the TP users from TL, so they'd be able to join a fight if one did break out on this top side of the map, and Matt has to flash.
Yeah, good flash. TP now in from Rise. Lolo actually walking up as well. They're gonna try and cut off Echo Fox here. Once again, gonna straight down for mid lane. KFO gonna make it back now.
Yep, they know that the pick potential is down from the long range, and that KFO has to back.
A little dangerous. Piglet again playing up here, trying to get this inhib. He'll need to defend him hard. He wants it so bad. He's not going to go in for it just yet. Gravity Field trying to zone out Piglet. He hops away. And that inhibitor stands for now once again. Echo Fox defending their structures.
Hard really wants to body slam flash. You can tell.
He's zoning plants. Oh. Goes back in. Now the body slam's down. Alistar's still available. It's a very tense situation. They'll just want the inhib. They'll get it. Double grasping roots. Keep him out for now. Maybe a fight's going to start, actually. Big got chunked there. Bolo takes out the inhib on the front line using that GA.
They just wanted the inhib. That's it.
Well, Baron's up,
yeah,
so no need to take risks.
Exactly. Because if you take a risk, you might have the game kind of flopped back on you.
And look, Echo Fox, definitely sort of a risk-averse team. You know, they'll play it pretty standard. TL, I think after their start to the season, gonna just play this one like pretty chill. No need, like, they're one game away, this game away, from finally winning a series in the summer.
They do have a cushion, though.
They do.
It could be a game 3. So if they do end up not winning this one,
I don't know if TL think about it that way. They're like,
probably not. You want to play to win every game.
Not even just that. The momentum shift could prove to be a little too much. Team Liquid.
Yeah, they won the first one versus the other
players.
Yeah.
Let's see though. Still plenty of play left here. Elder Dragon actually up. Dardoch, good Zhonya's. That's a surprise. Repels out. Because, you know, full AP at least.
Yeah.
That's the thing that I needed to do.
Yeah, Zhonya's. I mean, Dardoch doesn't really build tank ever.
No, that's kind of my point.
But that means they don't have a locket.
Lolo, chasing down KFO. KFO's on Struggle Street right now. Going to turn and fight it around. Lolo's like, yep, don't care. Blade Surge back.
Here comes Dardoch.
Strike. And Dardoch gonna hunt things down. KFO, you better run, but I don't think it's enough. Earthquake again. Separate for the stuns. Very well played here from Team Liquid. Dardoch with a kill.
Yep, and the fact that Lorlo ended up building the Frozen Heart really shut down KFO, and KFO's build, you see now, he's got his own Frozen Heart, but still not able to actually come up big on this. And a lot of that is that Rift Herald buff that was given over to Lorlo. Gone now, but it gave him a lot of early game pressure to actually contest the Jax to get that farm.
Ooh, Elder Dragon is up. Team Liquid are in the area. Do they go for it? To split it for Baron, which I don't think Team Liquid are happy with. Echo Fox gonna check the left side. Maybe get a pick here. Phoenix, be careful, arrow hits. Ooh.
He's got GA though.
Yeah, stun doesn't also last long enough from that range with Merc Treads, so no vision makes that play a little tricky.
I feel as though TL, you kind of have to close it before the enemy team, before Fox get GAs themselves.
Yeah.
So I'd be a little bit aggressive here.
Definitely feels like there's a bit of a timer on this game. Team Liquid though are gonna actually destroy this Elder Dragon.
Yeah.
An easy two-man for Piglet and Dardoch.
And that's big, because they're going to have all that true damage. It's going to be, what is it, 135 over 3 seconds for
Again,
him?
Matt's
It's a lot.
not me. Look elsewhere.
Yeah, especially
Look anywhere else.
Especially for Zyra. You get the poke down. It's a lot of true damage there. So, fuck. Oh man, they're going to try to capitalize on TL's routes again.
Echo Fox, no. Like, they're going to Baron.
Yeah.
They just took Elder Dragon. I mean, he's going mid.
Or they're just going to march down mid, you know?
I'm not sure if that inhib's coming back up soon. That might be why, but they'll just push the wave actually. KFO down
Oh,
the
they
bottom
pinged
side.
in there. Is this a death rush?
Check. It
But
is.
for who?
Well, Team Liquid, smart play there. Stick together. Lolo leads. We're okay this time. And that's Echo Fox forced out. We're going to two-man the Baron now? All right.
Dardoch and Piglet.
Pretty creative. I mean,
Yeah.
they both do a lot of damage. Hawk shot. Now they're going to get
It's
spotted.
already
That's
gone.
Baron! Oh, very cute from Team Liquid. Baron and Elder Dragon. Now straight towards the top lane. Echo Fox, I feel like they've just got to make a play here. They're so far behind, but they're running out of time to actually get something done in this game too.
Well, you're either running out of time or you need way more time. Because at that point, you get 6 items and you try to fight them on equal terms. But right now, it's completely uneven. If you were looking for an opportunity, it was a long time ago.
Yep. And Team Liquid just going to move in. Maybe even look to end the game. Dardoch finds Frog and flash in from Phoenix. Damage is down as Bryce gets exhausted. Zyra ulti's great. Gets a knock up onto 3. Grass and Roots follows in. Dardoch pops the Zhonya's. Team Liquid still nice and healthy. Froggen's ulti now expires. Team Liquid able to keep pressuring. Again, you have to go now, but Echo Fox just used a bunch of cooldowns.
Keith still has his ultimate though, still has the arrow, but so many super minions.
They do so much damage as well. All of it is adding in. Big wants to make a play, so does Ha, but Piglet staying safe. Even Dardoch can throw out cocoons at this range. Big goes in, finds 2, but Lola goes back in onto him. Big's going down. Piglet gets 1 there. Now on a rampage. Keith is getting chucked out. He's going to get another. There's 2. Can he make it a few more? The tower's going to go down. Piglet still fishing for kills. Lolo goes back, but he loses the GA. Now Froggen looking down hard. Almost going to go down to the Piglet explosive charge. KFO dives back in, but Team Liquid leave Echo Fox's base in ruins. Get their first best of 3 win by 2-0ing Echo Fox.
And TL breathe a sigh of relief as it all comes together for a much-needed series win.
Could definitely see the tension there towards the end of that game. Not super confident in trying to end it, but they do end it nonetheless. Solid series from Team Liquid. Definitely room to grow here for the team. Echo Fox on the other side. I think sticking to all the solids that we've seen from them, but have to start to worry. Seen a few more games. Do they play a little too deliberate sometimes? Because it feels like when the plan doesn't go the way they kind of write it out,